Hello there. Today is Jedi Mind Trick Friday. Yes, it is.
Turn your back on me.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Scar. Oh, man, I'm telling you, I can't even do an introduction anymore. We got everyone running up on us. But anyway, today, happy Jedi Mind Trick Friday. Today, of course, is Friday in your mind, but Monday everywhere else. Right. Well, I hope you enjoy it either way. Make the best of it. Get out there and be the best human being that you can be. Of course, that's what we strive for each and every day. A new goal, brand new, every time that you wake up. So have a great one this morning, everyone. We're not closing out yet. Of course, we got a few things to chat about this morning. Hope you all are doing well. Will you please just move along? Good morning to you too. The extravaganza is still going on here in Dreamlight Valley. It goes on, I think, for 2 more weeks until the 22nd.
Do you have a minute?
No, I don't. Will you please move along? Yeah, the extravaganza is still going on. As you can see, I got egg, an egg bush here. Well, all right, I'll grab it. There we go. And I have one over there too, I guess, right over there. But we'll talk about that some other time. But extravaganza is still going on. You have until the 22nd to get your purple eggs and create the handful of items that you can create for Easter before it goes away until next year. So hope you all are enjoying that in Dreamlight Valley. And that is about all that there is to Dreamlight Valley today. um,
Wow, you're a really good leader
it
of
has.
this valley.
All right. You know what? You know what? If you're gonna keep on keeping on here, let me get rid of this. I'm gonna go somewhere else because you're. Oh, go away. Go away. Let's go down here with Roxy and the Roxy and Tiberius Memorial. I love my pups. I miss them so much. Just insanely miss them all the time. Um, so that is the what's going on in Dreamlight Valley. It's been a great weekend. Allie has had the weekend off, so we have been out. We were gonna go see the Minecraft movie and decided not to. I don't know. I just didn't want to sit around a bunch of kids. Uh, and I didn't feel like it. I mean, we went. We decided, we have a date night. We were gonna go, and then we went to the theater, and we just watched as like kids streamed in and streamed in. I'm like, no, I just don't really. Oh my. I just don't worry. I don't mind kids, but I have kids, but I just don't. I didn't want to sit in the movie theater. Which you got to be in the mood, and I just wasn't in the mood for screaming kids and all that. I mean, I love laughter and stuff, but I guess that moment I just was like, nah, let's just go do something else. So we did, went and did something else. So, will I go see Minecraft? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Um, Not going to see Snow White. Hell no. And I'm not going to do that again. We did that in the last show. But we are looking forward to, we're really big fans of Until Dawn. Have you ever watched that's a PlayStation game that we played, I don't know, about 10 years ago. I think I'm going to play through it again. It's called Until Dawn. It was a PlayStation, I think, exclusive game. And I think it's now out on PC, but it was scarier than all. You know what? It was scary, just so. And I don't like scary games. I don't like anything to do with horror at all. I'm not a horror fan anymore. I used to be. Oh, you know what? Speaking of horror shows, this place is a horror show. I can't get away from people coming up and talking to me. All right, I'm gonna go up here. Maybe I can. All right, I'm gonna stay here. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of the horror genre. I used to be. I used to love the Freddys and the Jasons and the aliens, and I don't like gore anymore. I don't know if I'm just growing out of it or what, but I just can't tolerate it. So Allie was like, "Oh, you want me?" She's like, "Well, can we go see the new Until Dawn movie that's coming out in April?" So it's coming out at the end of the month, and I was like, I don't really want to go see a horror movie. She goes, well, she goes, I'll protect you, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not that, and I'll probably scream, yeah, in the middle of it because I don't like jump scares or anything like that. It's not my thing. And but so she kind of conned me into buying tickets for Until Dawn. So we're going to be going on the opening night, which is I think April 25th. So a couple weeks from now, we're going to go see Until Dawn. So that'll probably be our next live video from outside of the gaming world. Um, so we had a good weekend, though, other than, trying to go to see Minecraft and spend some time with family and went out to dinner. And so she goes back to work today, and I'm back to work on my usual, on the stuff I do, plus doing videos, and I'm kind of like dividing my time between that and you know what, I'm going into my house. I cannot take the Dreamlight Valley character noises anymore. I need to go where it's quiet. Alright, so sorry guys, but you're being annoying. Actually, you know what, we could go down to the store. You're probably gonna we'll do that in a second. Let's just finish the chat first, then we'll go. So this is, of course, the Dreamlight Valley chat. We have twice a week now. We have it on Monday and on Wednesday, and we talk about all things Dreamlight Valley, gaming, news, anything to do with it. Not politics, not religion, but anything above and beyond that. A little bit of politics today, but not straight politics. We're talking about, well, we'll talk about that in a second. So Allie and I don't know if you all watched it last night, but the finale, the season 2 finale of 1923. Did you all watch that last night? Oh man, what a show! It was so good. I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you have not, I don't know if you, I like the Taylor Sheridan shows. I don't know about you all, but I really like Yellowstone. I think I like 1923 better than I like Yellowstone. Of course, it's got Harrison Ford and it's got Helen Mirren. Now, this is the thing and I showed this to Allie last night after the season finale got over, and I'm like, if you see Harrison Ford and you see Helen Mirren as husband and wife in 1923. And they're how do you put this without being crude? They've aged, all right. They've aged a lot. I mean, I was saying to Ali, that's Han Solo. Look how old Han Solo looks. And you know what? I don't want to do ageism, but when your heroes get old, you start to feel old. It's all relative. It's not because I'm picking on Harrison Ford because he's old, but Harrison Ford's old. Helen Mirren has aged too. Helen Mirren, I remember her in Excalibur, and I thought she was great acting in that stuff. Now, this is shocking. This is shocking. All right. If you watched 1923, go back to 1986. Okay, this is 2025. So we watched 1923 in 2025. Harrison Ford, Helen Mirren are, the main central characters in 1923. They're a married couple. Go back to 1986 and watch the trailer for The Mosquito Coast, where Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren were husband and wife in that. And watch the trailer for that and compare it to them in 2025 in 1923. This is shocking. It will you'll be like, wow, look at Helen Mirren, look at Harrison Ford. Of course, everyone knows Harrison Ford young, Indiana Jones, Han Solo, but it's just, it's so, you know what, we don't realize that we're aging, do we? You don't look at yourself and realize that you've aged. You only see you that you've known. It's the way our mind tricks us. It tricks us into thinking we're the same as we always have been. You might see some gray hair, but you're like, well, that's just me. But the way, and I wonder if people like Harrison Ford are, they're like, it's just me. I'm just Harrison Ford. Right? And but as a fan of Han Solo, you're like, wow, it's been what close to 50 years, and Han Solo has kind of transcended into this really old person, and it's life kicks you, right? Doesn't it? Life just kicks you, but you have to be grateful because a lot, he said, I think it was in 1923, he's like, I'm 80 effing years old. And that statement he made, and I'm like, he's lucky. Some people don't see 80, right? So you have to count your blessings, I suppose, where you have them. You might age to 80. I know my grandma aged to 95, and like, count your blessings. Not everyone sees 95. So, there's pros and cons. But it's just shocking. This is really shocking is to look at the Mosquito Coast and look at 1923 and just see what life does to you. Life just kicks you in the end. So, it's just, but you know what? You got to roll with it, don't you? You got to roll with it. All right, let's head out and go up to the store. What else do we have to talk about here? So, Allie and I watched the finale last night, and it was fantastic. 1923, very well done, Taylor Sheridan, and very well done the people that were in that show because it was fantastic. Um, so now we have to move on. The Last of Us Season 2 starts in a week, so we'll be tuning into that. If you've ever played the game The Last of Us, it is based on the video game, the PlayStation exclusive, The Last of Us. Zombie type thing. So Season 2 for that is starting next week. Allie's psyched for that. So am I, kind of. Again, I don't really like, gore and stuff like that. I'm not that, but I did watch the first season and I liked it, and I'm gonna watch the second season. So we got a lot of gore going on here, everyone. Let me get rid of this stuff. But speaking of TV, we have Vincent D'Onofrio. Is that how you pronounce his name? The guy who plays Wilson Fisk, also known as the Kingpin on Daredevil, and he says that he will never see a movie screen as the Kingpin because of rights and stuff like that. That he will never be able to play the Kingpin on the movie screen, only on TV. And so that kind of is upsetting because the child in me wants to see Spider-Man. Of course, they've just announced a new Spider-Man movie. Um, the child in me wants to see Spider-Man against the Kingpin. I really do. I really would be excited to see him play against as the Kingpin in that big white coat. You remember if you were a kid, if you were a Spider-Man fan as a kid, if you saw the huge white suit coat and the Kingpin on the cover of your Amazing Spider-Man comic, you knew you were in for a fun ride. And I would be so excited to see him in the new Spider-Man. They have a new Spider-Man coming out. It's called Brand New Day. And I would absolutely love to see him, the Kingpin, go up against Spider-Man, because that's the one I didn't see a lot of the Daredevil comic when I was a kid, but I saw a lot of the Kingpin in the Spider-Man comics for sure. So yeah, that I would hope to see it, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen. But you never know. You never know. They might relent and let him do something with the Kingpin with Spider-Man. That would be so cool. So now we have in gaming news, of course, we have the Nintendo Switch 2 that is coming out on I think June 5th. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up. If I was going to pick up that game or that console, I might pick it up. If I can, because of they're redoing the the Zelda, two of the Zelda games for it. They're having the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are getting achievements, and they're adding other things. So they're gonna have the Switch 2 versions for those two games. Where they'll be like longer, they'll add some content and other stuff. Not really sure if I'll pick those up right away because I'm more excited about the new Donkey Kong game. That's the one that's probably going to sell me the system. Um, is the new Donkey Kong and the new Mario Kart World. So we have Donkey Kong Bonanza is coming out, and so is Mario Kart World. Now I think the Donkey Kong game was what is going to sell me the console. Mario Kart World, yes, probably I will get it, but I probably am not. It's not going to sell the system for me. Donkey Kong Bonanza will. That is the game that I would buy the new system for. So probably going to pick it up in June. Cannot pre-order it now though. It was supposed to go on pre-order on Wednesday. It was supposed to start pre-order, but because of the ongoing tariffs, they decided to pull. I'm not going to talk about politics beyond that. They decided that they weren't going to allow pre-orders from the United States, probably because they're going to raise the price of it. It's already, I think, $459 or something like that. $449, something around there, is the price tag of it. They'll probably raise the price tag on it. Is what's going to happen for at least for the United States. So that is probably what they're doing. They decided not to allow pre-orders in the United States, so it's going to be hard if you live in the U.S. to get one of these consoles. I think right away because pre-orders might sell out everywhere else. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going to happen with the Nintendo 2 as far as being able to pick one up on June 5th is when they're coming out. But I'll be excited. Hopefully, I can pick one up right on June 5th, and I will be playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm so excited. I love Donkey Kong. I loved. I think my favorite version so far is Donkey Kong 64. I just love that game, and so that I am excited for the new game. All right, let's go check out Scrooge's store. Then we'll do comments. No trivia today because we aren't doing the contest right now. I'm not sure about the contest yet. We might have it come back. I might just spring it on you as a surprise and not tell anyone. So that's a possibility. Right now, it's just kind of like one of those deals where you see the people who are here just for the money and that kind of thing, and the ones that are here just because they want to do the show. So we're kind of at that thing because I have not announced the contest. I'm not sure that I will right away. I might soon, or I might spring it in one of my videos and not tell anyone. And then that's the way I'm going to do it, I think. Maybe if I'm going to do it, that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it as a secret. I'm not going to have this big, huge announcement. I'm just going to let it go in one of my videos at some point, possibly. Not right away, maybe not. I'm not going to say anything other than that. All right, we saw this dress up. 3,000, that's a lot of cannolis. Yes, indeed.
I'm just living
All
the
right.
dream.
No, we're not living the dream. We're leaving. Nothing really new there. We got the mirror thing or whatever that was from Aladdin, but other than that, nothing major. All right, what do we have for comments today? We'll read a couple, and then we're going to get to the dogs to make this video kind of short today. To make it, because I got other things. I got other games I got to get out by tomorrow. I think there's, what's tomorrow? I'm not sure. We'll see tomorrow. And then, of course, we come back on Wednesday for another Dreamlight Valley. So, we've got comments. Where are we, Gray? Find it. There it is. We've got on Fortnite. It got me. We've got Pink Rose that says, the last time I played Fortnite, I fell out of the sky on top of a building and got knocked out right away. Yeah, that means that you're probably dropping probably right away off the bus. Wait a little bit, especially if you're like a newcomer. I would not drop right away because about 90% of all of the people drop right away, and you're running into everyone, and they're gonna try to. If you're doing the one on, one against everybody else, yeah, you're probably gonna get knocked out pretty quickly. So I do the outskirts, so I have enough time to pick up the weapons that I want, or at least one decent weapon to come in with. But you are kind of fighting the storm if you do that. But if it's better than trying to compete against 20 other people for weapons, because you don't want to end up. I mean, you could, with just like a black weapon, you could, um, an uncommon weapon, you could. Hurt someone, but still the chances are probably not there. If they have an epic or a legendary weapon, chances there are you're going to be resetting your game. So just, hey, stay on the bus until the last few seconds and then jump off and get somewhere on the outskirts if you're playing Fortnite, and then come in with the storm, and that gives you at least a little bit of a chance to pick up some of the quality weapons. I usually look for a sniper. I'm a good sniper. I try to be anyway, for the most part. In fact, I'm probably going to have like a short coming up with a few of my sniping endeavors, but that will be this week. But other than that, yeah, that's how I work it anyway. I don't jump right away unless I really have that itch to really get in the action and uh, try to argue for weapons. Pink Rose says, "Afternoon, Gray." Hello, Pink Rose. Brenda McBride, hi, Gray and all. Hello, Brenda. We've got "Have a Magical Day" from Gamer. Hello, have a magical day to you as well. We got some keywords here, and those will be out. We're going to be giving out the contest. The contest results in the next few. The last video that was applied to the contest was over on the Lego channel. If you did that, you can still do it. I mean, you still have time. I probably won't start tabulating the contest for another couple days, and then I'll be paying it out probably sometime in the next week or two. I have to actually sit down and tabulate the results and then pay out the $200. So we're going to be doing that in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. That is all for the comments for now that we have time for anyway. So we're going to close that out, and we're going to head over to the dogs and the cats that need homes this morning. And it is early in the week, so please make sure you are visiting my X page and my Facebook page and share these beautiful animals that need homes. They do need homes. And the only way that they're going to get them is by us sharing and becoming the community that we're meant to be, and helping them out, and telling people about them. That's the only way that this works. So let's start off with Beetle. Beetle's a 4-year-old boy. He's at NYCACC, which is it's a crap hole. So let's share Beetle. He's at NYCACC. I don't know which one he's at, but I am going to share him here. What does it say? I hope tomorrow's a better day. Beetle's in trouble. Only $38 in pledges. So let us repost that. Please make sure that you look at the Greymane Gaming mug. All the money that earns goes towards pledges for animals on the X page. So we've gotten a handful of orders, so please continue to do that. We're going to have more stuff coming up. I've got Allie's, I'm not going to go through spring. Allie's got some t-shirts, she's got mugs of her own that we're designing, and I'm going to try to figure out a way. It's probably going to have to be through like some kind of a link or something to her store, that where we can put more proceeds towards dogs and cats and stuff. Spring takes probably almost all of all of anything that you pay. So if you're paying, what is it, $13.99 for a mug on there, right? So if you buy like a mug on my site now, you're paying, I think, $13.99, and they get like $12 of that, or like $11 of that. They get I make maybe $3 on each mug that they sell, and that goes towards the pledges. So right now it's $20 right now. So I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna try to match every sale. So we're gonna wait till we get up to like $100, and then I will pledge for sure. I might pledge anyway. Um, we've got another one here. We got Magic number A1212684. They are at North Texas. This says Arlington. Where's this at? Doesn't say the exact location. Oh, Dallas, Texas. Please email. Well, where is the email? I don't see. Oh, is this it? Adopt pets. I have to jump through hoops to get to these places sometimes. Magic. Here we go. Well, they got quite a few dogs at this place. Shelters. Kennel number 1203. Magic is at, where is this place? Okay, it's at 1818 North Westmoreland Road in Dallas, Texas. It's Dallas Animal Services. They got quite a few animals there. They got quite a few animals there. They're open at 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's not open, well, yeah, it's at 11 a.m. In Dallas, Texas, until 7 p.m. Their phone number is 214-670-6800. They are on North Westmoreland, 1818 North Westmoreland Road, Dallas, Texas. That is the Dallas Animal Services. They have an email of DAS Adopt. That's DAS Adopt. So that's Dallas Animal Shelter, DAS, adopt at DallasCityHall.com. That is the email address. They have quite a few dogs here. They've got Jazzy, they've got Bowie, they've got Snow, all pit bulls. They've got Bo. Actually, Jazzy's not a pit bull. It looks more like some kind of terrier. Bowie, Snow, Bo. They got a few dogs there. So please, there's no adoption fee, which at least for Magic, that's kind of dangerous, but I'm sure they check you out well. So please help them out if you live in the Dallas area.
I wonder if anyone here has a gizmo or a thingamabob.
Will you just take a hike with your gizmos or thingamabobs? Take a hike. I'm trying to do dogs here. All right, so that is in Dallas. So please, if you're in that area, please do so. I'm going to share Magic. All right. She's beautiful. She or he is beautiful. What is, doesn't say if it's a female or a male. Him, it's a he. Male. Beautiful dog. Please, if you're in Dallas, do that. We have another one in Dallas. We have a 2-year-old sweet boy husky. And does it have a name of this? Lee. His name is Lee. He is number A1244512. The same information I just gave you in a few seconds ago in Dallas. Same shelter. Okay, so please, I think this is the same shelter. Let me just make sure. It is. It's the same shelter on Westmoreland Road in Dallas, Texas. The number there is 214-670-6800. That is in the Dallas Animal Services, and this is Lee, a husky. Beautiful little baby. Please help Lee. If you want a husky, Lee is there. I'm going to repost. All right, and who else do we have? We've got Rain. Rain is number A378173. It says, I don't want to die. This is in Corpus Christi, Texas. We got a lot of animals from Texas this morning. and that is for Corpus Christi. A378173. They don't want, of course, they don't want to die, these poor babies. So let us please, and there's another one here from Corpus Christi. There's a couple here. So I'm going to repost these beautiful dogs in Corpus Christi. You can get a hold of that shelter. I think let me see, the email is ccacs. All right, so Charlie, Apple, Charlie, Susan, rescues at cctexas.com. The number is 361-826-4630. That is in Corpus Christi, Texas. Beautiful animals. Please help them if you can, if you live in that area. All right, that is for Rain and another dog there. Okay, who else do we have here? NYCACC has, yeah, no, I'm not even going to go there. So I'm not going to say, because I just don't want to bring bad karma to this. Morgan Fairchild's dogs. We've got pledges for Gazpacho, $310. Sparkle, $375. Scott, $410. Daisy's got $741 in pledges. Mikey's got $1,314 in pledges. Please, these are, pledges are meant to help you adopt. When you get them out, you get the money to take care of the animals for any kind of needs they might have: food, lodging, vet, all that. So we have quite a bit here to help out with these animals. I'm going to repost that. We've got a female black and white Australian cattle dog, number 85690398. They are at, looks like Pet Harbor, and that is in Los Angeles County, so at Lancaster. The phone number is 661-940-4191. That is for a black and white Australian cattle dog. ID number 85690398. All right, beautiful dog. Looks like my blue that I used to have. Beautiful, beautiful dog. All right, so I think that's going to do it for this morning, everyone, at least for the beautiful pups. Please get out there and share. You could win $25. I'm going to be giving 25 away at some point here in the near future. We're going to talk about contests and stuff coming up. We have one more. Moco is at the Manhattan NYC, number 219039. Okay, that is Moco. All right, that's at Manhattan ACC. The scumbags, they're terrible people there. So I'm not saying they're all bad, but I'm just saying people who murder dogs there are just, yeah, they're horrible people. So that is going to do it for the show today, everyone. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a magical day. Make sure you get out there and get to your local animal shelter. Pledge. Share my all my posts on X, and you might win $25. Share my Facebook. Reshare those. Please just help out. Take a second. It only takes a minute to share and help out these animals. So make sure you get out there today. Be the best human that you can be today. Not as good as tomorrow, but better than yesterday. All right? Please. And I will talk to you all in the next video.